Here with the Green Devotion deck. I mean, like, that's the definition of every modern deck. Well, most of the good decks in modern, like, when they're good, they look unbeatable, and when they're bad, they look unplayable. I think this is a keep. That's like a pseudo ponder, right? I have a Stomping Ground, so I'm just gonna pick green with this. Tom Ross went to work for Wizards of the Coast. Hey, C-Unit with the brand new Twitch Prime support thing. Speaking of bad decks and blue-black processors, we're gonna have ourselves a crap off here, my opponent and I. Whose tank of jank will fill up first? It's like a ponder, he said. It's like a ponder, he said. I just don't want to shuffle lands back into my deck. I'm gonna hold this for now, I think. Ruric Thar, is that castable this turn? Not quite, right? Not quite castable. Oh, is it? No, it is. It's exactly castable, right? This is... No, we're one off and one short, right? Because I play this for 2, and then this comes out, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this turns that 2 into 4, and I have 5. Yeah, we're one off. Next turn, we're gonna get mana leaked and be really sad. My first oath was 3 more oaths. Blessed. No, this is the deck list that got 16th at the Open. The Candio did not day 2. Did he win a match even? I'm not sure if he won a match. Summoner's Pact as a way to generate extra Burning-Tree Emissaries early is kinda sweet. Alright, so what are our Summoner's Pact bullets here? We've got a Scooze, a Witness, a Colossus, an Acidic Slime. I like the slime. I'm liking that card. Okay, so we've got these 7 here are what we're dealing with. Whoa, it resolved. That's so good for us. The sewer is where your poop goes after you flush the toilet. Yep. So Ruric Thar Unbowed. Modern staple Ruric Thar Unbowed. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, he gets angry and deals 6 damage to them, and he has to attack every turn. Please! Donation. Gift must mean a donation. Can you put Legacy Grixis Silver on the list and bump it up, please? Yep. Dealio. Shannon, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Yeah, there's not a Baloth in the deck. I was just going to check that. I was like, man, what if there should be a Baloth in this deck so you can pact in response to... what's it called? Yeah, there's not enough. If there was an obstinate Baloth in my deck, that would have been a punch. But there's not an obstinate Baloth in my deck, so... Hey, that's a card. It's a card. We have a Hornet Queen in our deck. Oh my god, I'm about to get mana leaked. Counterspell. Woo! I was gonna be super embarrassed if we got mana leaked there. Why is Pact an instant? Why do any of the things Wizards of the Coast does have to happen? We're dead, right? They show me Cryptic Command when I concede. Serum Visions. Alright, we'll play on. Caverns. 0? Is it 0? It's 0. 0 appears to be the number. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just Hornet Queen, right? What are the odds they can't kill a Chameleon Colossus? Probably pretty high. Alright, what are we doing? Blood Moon is probably okay. Kitchen Finks is probably okay. Does traditional logic of just trim some mana creatures apply here? Is that allowed? Can I just do that? Relic's probably fine, yeah. Finks does nothing. Finks is a 3/2 that comes back. Finks is a 3/2 that comes back. Finks is fine. Yeah, Relic's fine. I think Blood Moon, maybe all the Blood Moons aren't good. Just bring in a couple. Turning off Search seems fine. It also makes their Cryptic Command harder to cast, but like they're often still going to play Magic while under a Blood Moon. So I don't know that I want to go all in on it. Yeah, cutting the bird seems fine. I think I want to leave in the elves and the sprawls. You think I want all the moons? I just cut these elves. I don't hate that. Yeah, fuck it. Our deck's like mostly mana. Yep. I don't think Cage is good enough. Relic's fine because of cantrips. Rude. Don't Thoughtseize me. Rude. Why did you have to interact with me, opponent? Why? I wanted to say you can't play Magic anymore. I'm aware how Magic works. Son Van Barlow.
Yeah, me.
You? What about you? You're Declan the Destructor?
Me.
Make a 3/3. I think we just make a couple of 3/3s with this. Guess it dies to Bolt now. Is our deck good? Probably not. It's sweet though. It's certainly sweet. Didn't get our Garruk bolted. Score. Now we're gonna get our Garruk bolted. They didn't counter my Garruk last turn. That's interesting. Does that mean my Primeval Titan is going to? Burning-Tree Emissary is great. Makes this Nykthos much better. Oh, we can definitely prime time this turn. Wonder if my stream's gonna get flagged for this Power Ranger music. I should probably mute that. Turn the volume down. Hey. Let your brother out. Thank you. Alright. 6. This is my Titan. My Titan's amazing. Oh my god. Wow, Hogland. Didn't untap your lands in response. Got mana leaked like the big dumb idiot that you are. Why do y'all watch this Hogland guy? He's terrible. He's terrible. It's fine. We've got 3/3s. I wanted to make a 3/3 that turn. I didn't really want to do that. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I untapped, I could have Craterhoofed that turn as well. I don't know. I wanted to make a 3/3. Oh, this certainly isn't even anywhere close to the worst deck we played on stream. To set the bar exceedingly low, we've played worse. It's gonna be a cryptic tap draw. It could be a cryptic bounce draw. It could be a cryptic bounce tap. Okay, that's cute. Jacob Jeffrey. I think I'm just passing here. I want to floop this hoof into play. Kind of want to floop this hoof into play. Diesel on board. Thing and do well. So this is I wanna correct you on something really quick. People that like to feel smart and use buzzwords use the word metagame a lot. Modern has a metagame in the abstract, in that I can tell you that X decks are probably the better decks in the format, and Y decks are Z percentages of top finishes. But Modern does not have a metagame in the sense that you can predict what decks you're going to play against at a given tournament. By and large, you're going to play against lots of different things at every Modern tournament you go to. which is a good thing or a bad thing depending on who you ask. So like trying to like predict or metagame Modern is kind of a fool's errand because you really can't accomplish it. Yeah, the only way you can consistently predict what decks you're going to play against at a given Modern tournament is if you're playing at your local 30-person or 10-person or whatever number of person local game store, and you know the same people that are showing up week in and week out. That's not even true, Shannon. There's a bunch of like the deck we've played against. We've played 5 matches of Modern today so far, and we've played against 0 decks that I would consider tier 1. We've probably played against 1 or 2 decks that I'd even consider tier 2. Like most of the decks our opponents are playing to are like dumpster fire decks as well. Oh, I didn't update the stream decker, did I? I'm gonna update the stream decker now so you can answer questions for yourself, like what's in our deck. There we go. There we go. Enter combat. Yep. Jacob Jeffrey. Alright, so this turn's not gonna go great for us, but that's fine. We'll go eat a beast, terminate a beast, block there, yeah. Yeah, slamming the red source is gonna be good. Alright, so what are we doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4. This makes 5. No, I think I definitely want to slime the red source here. This takes him off of Snap Cryptic Command next turn. Declan Scott. Declan Scott. So this is why I didn't stream in the morning for the last 2 weeks. Jake was supposed to go back to school. Jake started back at school yesterday, and then his bus missed picking him up this morning, and my wife took the car seats in it to work, so now I have 2 kids at home. Normally when I stream in the mornings, it's only Declan, because Declan's not too terrible. Nation. I don't think I want to change anything here. I think I'm happy. I'm happy with what we did. Maybe Arbor Elves are slightly better than Oath of Nissa. I'm gonna split this difference. I think cutting all my acceleration is probably bad. I don't actually know what we're doing. Edge of Autumn to enable Renegade Rallier is really sweet. Gitrog is probably just too clunky for Modern, if we're being honest. This hand's like kind of at 6 cards already because of the double Nykthos. Yep. Oh, children. Leave your brother alone. Leave your brother alone. Here you go. There you go. Oh, then we lost our relics. This hand doesn't do much. How does the donation deck list thing work? Is the bot back yet? There you go. Yep. Bot's like, yes. Oh, I did this to myself. I did this to myself. And this is like the problem with these kind of decks. Like, they're just kind of clunky and awkward. And you get some free wins, but there's a lot of games where you just like, you just kind of clunk out of them, right? Just kind of clunk out of them. It is a very unfortunate hand. Alright, Ning Thought seized again. It's good step 1. Probably has a counter scroll or something. The shrieking is actually mostly Jacob because Declan is attacking him. Declan Scott! Leave his fort alone. He worked very hard to build his pillow fort. Stop being a turd. Yeah, Jake's going in the house he built. Leave him alone. Yes, Rollins. I should add something about that to the docket. That sounds like a great plan. A $25 sub comes with the donation deck every month. Yes, 10 out of 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, yes. I'm really sad they didn't kill our Nykthos. Like, exceedingly sad they didn't kill our Nykthos. For those wondering, the blissful silence for you means it is not blissfully silent for me. Just for context. What do you think? You think our poker hand's better than their poker hand? Pretty good chance. Pretty good chance. Our 3-2 resolved. How can our opponent ever possibly win the game? I don't understand how our opponent could ever possibly hope to win. For I have resolved Kitchen Finks. Oh baby. Oh baby, another 3-power creature. Maybe their hand is awful, and I'm just gonna kill them with these 3-power creatures. What do you think? What are these? Are we gonna go the distance here? Joke's on you, opponent. I got Nykthos. Discard a card. Nice card advantage, opponent. Nice card advantage you have there. Got 6 power, opponent, you're 13. Be afraid. Be terrified. Be very afraid. Be very afraid. Tilt. I mean, we can totally outgrind. I mean, this Kitchen Finks is super card advantage. Can outgrind the Search for Azcanta, right? Man, could you we boarded 5 pieces of mana out this game. We boarded 5 pieces of mana out. That's you know, that's just how it goes. You know, just kind of flail around a little bit. Unlike a lot of people at Stream Magic the Gathering, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to look at you and tell you I know how any of the matchups for this deck go that I've now played for 3 games. Oh no, please don't make me discard a card. I don't know what card I will discard, opponent. Not my precious card advantage. This is the 16th place list from the Star City, yep. We're done here. We're done here. That's enough for me. Let's head back on in. Maybe a little bit more explosive, less kind of off topic, but what'd you cut out of Red Green Tron to make room for Blood Sun? My article on Gathering Magic on Friday will be talking about a Red Green Tron list with Blood Sun in it. If you're one of my Twitch subscribers in the subs Discord, there is an article preview. You can take a sneak peek at it now if you'd like. Hey Jeff, how much would it cost to have someone donate to get you to go to a tournament? Yeah, probably most of the costs. So that means it depends on where the tournament is. Am I driving or am I flying? So like tournaments I drive to probably cost somewhere between $200 and $300. Tournaments you fly to probably cost somewhere between $400 and $500. Playing tournament Magic is not cheap. I make a far more money streaming on the weekend, spending a weekend streaming than I would just like going to a tournament. You have to like probably top 4 an open to make more money on a weekend going to an open than I would streaming that weekend. Yeah, I've thought about that altered state. I just really haven't had the drive to really go to a tournament. Declan, guys, the fort's big enough for both of you, I promise. For 1,500 bucks, Matt and I would probably fly somewhere and team with a random. Yeah, that's probably almost certainly true. You see this face, chat? This is the face of a fort-destroying monster. Yeah, they believe you. They don't need the roars. Oh god, is it the devotion mirror match? Yeah, you brat. You a fort-destroying monster, brat. So yeah, so we were thinking about. I was thinking about going to the Open in Indy, but that's actually the same weekend as the Hex Primal Immortal Championship, which Matt and I do casting for. So that one's not going to happen. I might go to Milwaukee. We were thinking about doing the team event in March in Cincinnati too. So we'll see where we're at with things. Yeah, the youngest is terrifying the oldest. Declan likes to push people's buttons. Oh god, so many Burning-Tree Emissaries. These decks are so powerful. This is technically free, right? Because I have Nykthos. We are so fucking unlucky this morning, it is unreal. That is the first time I've ever bricked on an Oath of Nissa. Oh, wait, I miscounted, didn't I? I miscounted, this wasn't free. God, and I miscounted too. Ugh. I miscounted. Blue-Black Tron was really bad. Like, obnoxiously, exceedingly bad. The old miscount my mana and then brick on the oath that I cast after I miscounted my mana. Good times. Good times. At least they don't have acceleration, glass half full. Probably would have been good to be able to cut them off a double green this turn. Yep. Should go to SCG Louisville. Louisville's actually pretty close to me. Like 4 hours. God, 4 hours is so far away compared to just like playing from my basement. Declan, dude, you're killing me, Smalls. I probably shouldn't have started a second league with both of them here. Turd. Oh. Am I trading this? Probably not. It lets their Scavenging Ooze get larger. Also gives us devotion. Gives us devotion to Declan. Hoof, there it is. 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 Hoof, there it is.
I'm in the house.
Leave his house alone.
I'm in the house.
Trigger. I didn't count if this was lethal. I assume it's lethal. I'm assuming it's lethal. If they don't die and we die in the backswing, that's what I get for not counting. Alright, turns out it was lethal. You should just assume the Craterhoof is lethal. Someone asked earlier what Linux distribution I'm using. I'm using a Ubuntu-based distribution called Bodhi Linux that I actually help maintain. I'm gonna click submit. I'm gonna click submit. Math is for blockers, right? Math is for the person that's trying not to die. That's the best part about playing digital, is like you're just like, alright, you figure it out, and if you're dead, the computer will tell you you're dead. Jacob, stop screaming. Declan, stop attacking his house. Stop being a brat. Do not hit. Do not hit, tiny child.
In the house?
Ubuntu's great. Bird. I'm gonna bottom that. Nah, I'm actually probably in the market for that, right? Like, it's good with this hoof.
Mommy. Mommy.
I'm just gonna burn on one, actually, right? Have you heard about the bird? I said a bird. Bird's the word. I said a bird. So this devotion deck's pretty broken. Did you know it wins the mirror? The green devotion deck wins the mirror 100% of the time. Nice turn 2 draw. Turn 2 bird, right on time opponent. Most Linux users have giant neck beards. Like, neck beards worse than mine. See, I use Linux on my desktop computer because it just works better than a lot of the Windows alternatives. There are a lot of people that use Linux on the computer because they need to feel special. I just want to get my work done. I just want to get my work done. And Ubuntu is the best just works factor as far as Linux goes. Play nice, Declan. I'm gonna come grab you. You are out of the house. Nah, but you don't draw with this deck. Huh. So, Jake started back at school yesterday, but his bus failed to pick him up this morning. And I didn't realize his bus was going to fail to pick him up this morning before Christy had left for work. So, she had the car with the car seats in it, so I couldn't drive him to school after the bus failed to pick him up. So, now he's here. Why not save the fetch for Brainstorm? Punishing waterfalls with the real questions. Can I hoof them this turn? Now I can hoof them this turn, right? This gives all our creatures haste too, right? So it's Burning-Tree Emissary. Burning-Tree Emissary. No, it doesn't get my other, just it has haste, right? Just trample, not haste, yeah. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. If I packed for a Burning-Tree Emissary, I could cast the Craterhoof this turn, which would be 9 attack for 13. Is that worth it? I could also just like Primal Command. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. I think I'm just gonna Primal Command. Target 9 creature permanent on top of its owner's library. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put the Stomping Ground on top of their deck here. I think we're gonna search up another Burning-Tree Emissary here. Now you just get I just get a Scavenging Ooze actually, right? I want Burning-Tree Emissary for the devotion. Yeah, I want Burning-Tree Emissary for the devotion. So now, next turn, I can hoof and attack with everything for lethal. So the hoof doesn't give haste, it just gives trample. So next turn, we'll hoof Deities and crunch in. Oh, they have a Nykthos. Okay, we could die here. We could die here. They could hoof us back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only have 6 mana. They need some burning trees of their own. That's really unfortunate. All of our best laid plans. Nykthos. 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 Built. All right, so I think I'm just passing. Made you roll the last game. Hey! Tinu Nalika with the brand new $49 a month subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you want to pact for anything here? No, I don't think so. I think I'm just passing. Went from killing them to getting acidic slimed and losing. Oh, Declan, why are you such a dick? Don't be a brat. Excuse me. Here's your box. Alright, am I dead, opponent? Have you killed me yet? Yeah, Burgle, this deck top 16 to open. Duh. Of course we're playing the mirror. You knew? Modern's a solved format. Nykthos! If I scream Nykthos enough, will we eventually hit it? Is that how this works? So the problem with Pact, Nykthos, Witness, Pact, Witness, Nykthos is that we can't activate the Nykthos for 2 turns then. We can't activate it the turn we get it back, and we can't use it the following turn because we don't have enough mana to pay for it. Is the issue. I did not end up recording anything. Not end up recording anything. I realized I wasn't recording after the first match. Got run over after I got run over by Eldrazi. I was like, I don't feel like recording watching me get run over by bad modern decks. They're very cute when they're behaving, I agree. Also, most children are cute when they're not your own. Well, I do appreciate it, as always. That's the best way you can support here. Sorry we're a little loud this morning. I think I'm taking this Nissa. It's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, kinda. I'm gonna take the Kessig Wolf Run. I think both of those kinda suck. The modern PT will give people who are interested in winning at modern and are willing to change decks to have the best chance at winning obvious decks to pick from. That's what the modern PT will do. As far as like, will the modern PT drastically change the decks you play against at your local game store every week? No, probably not. Probably not. Can you get your bowl? Go under and get them. Here's your bowl. Good job. Good listening, Jacob. So, the loudness this morning is why I took 2 weeks off while Jake was on break from school. But I didn't want to take another day off when I said we were going to be back this morning, so we're having a pseudo loud stream this morning. I'm a little disappointed that they're not going to unban things before the PT. Like, I understand not banning things, like they said they weren't going to do shake-up bannings, but like introducing more powerful cards into Modern seems like it would be interesting. It'd make the PT more interesting, right? I don't think that's strictly true, Burgle. I think there's going to be some random that spikes with Jeskai, most likely. Aaron Forsyth posted they are not making any modern changes leading up to the Pro Tour. Bans or unbans. It's going to be as is the current format that we have now, plus Rivals of Ixalan. So I really wish... It's going to be sweet to see people get hosed by Bloodsun. Jeskai is more burn neutral, and I agree, and I think if we see Jeskai show up at the PT, it's going to be more, like, Queller Geist Jeskai Burning Piggy! With the Twitch Prime support, thank you very much, I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you think there's going to be any bannings in Standard? God, I hope so. As someone who would like to play Standard again at some point, I really hope there's bannings. Then get them. You're a big, capable toddler. Help yourself. Garruk. So... just playing a land, plussing this and passing. Doesn't feel good, but that's what we're doing. You need help? Say help, please. Where are your blocks? I saw you try yourself. Are they under here? Those. Here you go. Oh, you want the balls? Sure. You've created a monster, and nobody wants to see monster no more. They want shitty, you chop liver. No art on the cards is a Magic Online feature. As someone else pointed out. Can I kill them with Craterhoof this turn? Are they... So they're basically at 27. Hoof would be +3. Alright, so they're not dead yet, so I'm just gonna jump here. Do you want to make a 3/3? 1, 2, 3, 5. I can make 5 mana here. I could slime them off their Nykthos. Is that good? Slime blocks their Colossus nicely. I kind of like that. Feel real bad when they have a second Nykthos. Do you get anything free from creating Magic Online cards? Is it possible to maintain account while grinding a couple decks? I don't actually. You get like a couple of new player things, but no, your $10 is just to give Wizards of the Coast your money, basically. Holding up Force Wheel, right? People just don't like to use the hotkeys on Magic Online for whatever reason. Yeah, I think returns could be really good. Block. I'd like to block. Block. Don't really want to block. You're attacking me? Seriously? Alright, yeah, take 3. How would we be able to kill them? Now, Summoner's Pact, that might kill them. If I untap these two, I make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I have 1 left over, so I can hoof them this turn. It's a good draw. Yep, 7. Hoof day it is. Hoof day it is. Hoof day it is. Boom. All right. So they block here, and they don't die. That's sad. It's really sad. Oh, making another plant before I hoofed, would that have been lethal? would have been 17. And then they'd have taken, yeah, if I had made another plant, they'd have died. Punted it. Alright, well. Hopefully they kill us on the backswing, because I deserve that. We did not use Nissa. Down ticking my Nissa also would have let us kill them. That means they're not going to be dead, right? Oh, Garruk Wildspeaker still kills them? God bless. Does it? This is 4. Just give everything +4/+4? Yeah, it's probably lethal. So they're effectively at, we just add their toughness, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're at 18. This is going to be 16 on its own, or 20 on its own, 15. Math is hard, 15 on its own. Because it really doesn't matter. It's like exactly Burning-Tree Emissary, maybe it matters. I'm just clicking whatever was most readily available. This is 12, 21, 25, so they're dead. Should have killed them last turn in three different lines that killed them last turn and just chose to give our opponent an extra turn. Classic modern mirror batch, right? You're dead. God bless you, making me wait. Thank you, everyone that's hanging out, waiting here with us this morning. My name is Jeff Hogan. We're kicking the tires on the 16th place mono green, well, green splash red devotion list that took from the SCG Open this past weekend. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps so people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. That's the absolute best way you can support my content here. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout, them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you'll save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using promo code Jeff12. You can 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, carrying cases. They really do it all. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. It's a great service if you want to try something out. Like if you want to kick the tires on this green devotion list, but you don't own it all, you can rent it before you buy it. And using code Hoagland7, you can save 7% on your rentals there. We are 1-1. We just won the mirror. And we lost to Grixis Control in the first match. Looks something close to what Burkhart's latest list. It's always funny how the people that don't subscribe are the ones that just like complain the most about the sponsors plug. It's like, come on guys, y'all don't contribute anything. Seems okay. Like turn 2 Ooze, turn 3 Garruk, get a ramp spell. Seems fine. Not super exciting, but fine. I mean, to be fair, I did this when I first started for free, and I would still do it for free. I just wouldn't be able to do it, you know, the almost 30 hours a week that I do it now. The sponsors allow me to do this instead of doing other work, which is kind of great. Hey, G Bagura with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. No, they just didn't see the value, I guess. Is there anyone in chat that wants to watch us play against Lantern Control? Is there anyone in chat that wants to see us play against Lantern Control? If chat really wants to watch Lantern Control, I will play the match. But I would not be opposed to just conceding the match and moving on with our time. I think it should be the stream policy. Yeah, God bless. God bless. God bless you, chat. God bless us. Weens with the cheer. Sorry, Weens. I had conceded before I saw your money. My favorite part about playing with house money, we get to just concede to Lantern Control. I would have played when I saw the dollar hit, but I had already conceded before the dollar hit. I should have waited, I guess. Sorry about that. If you would like to take your dollar's worth of bits and pick a deck list off the donation queue, I will apply your 100 bits to a democracy bonus to your deck list of choice in the donation queue. Will you be live tweeting the modern PT? That sounds great. I should do that. Who wants me to live tweet the modern PT? That sounds like a riot. Lordy, I think this is a keep. Get a scry. We'll have to give people adequate warning so they can unfollow me if they don't want to see it. Democracy bonus. Could you rant over it instead? Just do live coverage. Live coverage would be a big commitment. Live tweeting I could probably do. This matchup's probably bad for us, right? Unless we're playing something like Bluetron. Green base Tron's probably hard for this deck. Our deck, like, consistently does big dumb things. Our deck is kind of inconsistent. Would like to apply my democracy bonus to land nauseum. Done. Look at that. We're all fair here. And Hoaglandia is a fair country where your democracy goes where you want it to go. It's unfortunate that we didn't hit a land. Even a fetch land would have let us witness it back. Green base Tron is probably... That's not true. Jeskai Ascendancy combo that I played yesterday, that deck probably has a great green Tron matchup. Just dumpster people. Hey, Vivid Zeus with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. And use on the democracy. I need to contract someone to make a democracy emote. Anyone an artist and want to draw me a cartoon of shoving dollars into a voting booth? It needs to be recognizable at emote size, which is the tough part. It does smell like Karn is coming. Oh, Oblivion Stone. That's a completely reasonable and beatable magic card. A completely reasonable and beatable magic card. That's a card we can beat. And it's definitely a card we can beat. This just doesn't even do anything right. I'm just gonna get Karned out of the game. Modern sweet. I don't remember the dimension sizes offhand. They're kind of small. If you Google Twitch emote specifications, you should find them. Just cut a few of our less good bullets here. Bring in 3 blood moons. Good. You don't need lands, right? I mean, this hand has acidic slime in it, right? It smells like there might be something crappy in Hoaglandy. I'll be right back. Good size poop. Good size poop. Big poop poop. Ugh. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're topping that. It doesn't matter. You should always top in a show of strength, especially if your opponent's mulliganed as well. You're gonna fetch, always top. It's good clean magic. So if we rip a Utopia Sprawl, we can turn to Garruk. No, that's not how that works, right? Yeah, it is, because we can go fetch, forest, Utopia Sprawl, and then 4. 8 drop, perfect. This deck's not clunky at all. Deck's not clunky in the slightest. Oh, siree. We'll get a Stomping Ground here. No, Karn's not till next turn. This is only their second turn. Okay, you can watch Word Party for a little bit. What's the difference between friendly and competitive leagues? $4, $5 technically. The prizes are less top heavy in the friendly leagues, and there's a lower total entry fee. Ooh, they got a green source. That's good. Maybe we're not getting card next turn. Okay, it's a decent hit. Does this let me? Lets me do this. And then do this. Next turn, we can make a acidic slime. So hopefully don't get Karned this turn. Now they already have the land, right? Shh. Shh. Yep. Fucking Magic the Gathering, man. Fucking Magic the Gathering. Welcome to Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thunderdome. Any land. Any land. Modern is fun and interesting. Alright, let's play the last one. Let's play the last one. Oh, God. I'm gonna go run the poop upstairs real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put it in the garbage can. Poop in the garbage. Oh. Yeah, it didn't even miss it. We have a pretty strong. If we're not playing like Kiki Chord, we pretty much auto concede to Lantern on this stream. If our or Tron, if our Lantern matchup's not great, we just don't play it because it's just not fun. Our Beast Token was totally going to get there, right? If we'd have hit a land that turn, we'd have been in that game, right? Because the Garruk plus the Arbor Elf would have generated 5 total mana, so we could have killed the Karn plus Acidic Slime to Tron piece. Like, we could have played a game of Magic had we hit a land that turn, but without hitting the land that turn, just killing the Karn wasn't going to be good enough. How's Eldrazi Evolution versus Lantern? Probably not too terrible. Dredge, okay. This Dredge matchup's probably not the worst. Depends on our draw, right? Like, if we have one of our busted draws, the Dredge matchup's probably not bad. Hornet Queen's probably pretty decent this matchup, actually. Goes nice and wide. So opponent doesn't have any dredgers in their bin, but they're going to be able to end step bring this Haunted Dead back. This is not a terrible draw. We'll go Garruk. I think the what's it called? I think the Eldrazi Evolution deck is a pretty good sweet mix of like powerful and neat things. They could have been a prize. They've been prized Amalgam here. That's pretty bad for us. Like prized Amalgam plus Dredger. Stopping at my main feels like they're binning prized Amalgam. Yeah, that sucks. Ancient Stirrings is very, very good. It's comical that Ponder isn't legal, but Ancient Stirrings is. I'm gonna go ahead and trade with this Haunted Dead. It makes a potential Nykthos draw worse, but I think taking this off the table is fine. Well, I guess it gives them another flyer. It gives them a way to get a Dredger into the bin. Yeah, maybe that was bad. This is castable, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweet. Remember I said this Hornet Queen would be decent? I didn't even need to shock there. Miscounted. Alright, if we lose by 2 points to health, I deserve it. Okay, here's why I disagree with you, BFM. Tell me the decks that play Ancient Stirrings in Modern. Lantern Control and Tron are the two most popular ones, right? Are Lantern and Control and Tron, are they built differently because they play... is their deck construction warped to enable them to play Ancient Stirrings? Or do they just play Ancient Stirrings because their deck is all colorless cards anyways? When people talk about deck building restrictions making cards be okay, like, that's fine if there's an actual deck rebuilding restriction, if that's actually a consideration. Most of the time, it's not an actual consideration. It's just like, oh, these cards are fucked, so we're playing them regardless. Like, I think I'm just gonna trade all around here. I think I'm okay with that. Bant Eldrazi's not really a deck. Sorry if that hurts your feelings, but that's the truth. Well, that's a buck ton of mana. Now I'm really sad that I didn't, yeah, that's so much mana. I could have killed them with... Can I kill them with Hoof this turn? Can I kill them with Hoof this turn? So if I make a token, this would be plus 4, so that's 5. This would be plus 4, so that's 11. And then Hoof would be plus 4, so that's 20. Yeah, Hoof is lethal, right? That's enough. This untaps 2 lands. Untaps 2 lands. This is all the mana. Arbitrarily large amounts of mana. No, I need Garruk to untap my land. What do I do with this? Do I want to shuffle their graveyard away? That's probably dumb, right? Put this Blood Crypt on top of their deck. There is a huge difference between 3 and 5. That is correct. Yep, I need to make an instant token. I counted that when I did my math. Okay, and this should just be them bringing back Haunted Dead. When Haunted Dead comes into play tapped, the Spirit token's only 1 defense. They are dead. And like I said, this is why this Tron matchup doesn't seem terrible, right? I could also get Scavenging Ooze here and like eat their entire graveyard if that wasn't going to be, if Hoof wasn't lethal, but Hoof is lethal, so let's do that. Hoof day it is. Hoof day it is. 9, 15, 21, 20. Two relics in a cage. Sign me up. It's a Kozilek's return matchup. This is not a Colossus matchup. It's not an Acidic Slime matchup. Ruric Thar might actually be okay here. Queen and Hoof are great, obviously. Scavenging Ooze is great. When this deck does stuff, it really does stuff. Summoner's Pact is very good in this deck. I don't know about the rest of it, but like, this deck gains a lot of consistency from getting to play Summoner's Pact and Oath of Nissa, right? Like that's something that stands out to me about this deck, is being like, I look for consistency in the power flex. Like, there's a lot of decks doing powerful things in Modern, and like, the ones that can do powerful things consistently are the ones you really want to pay attention to, I think. I'm just gonna cut Ruric. Ruric probably better than Primeval Titan. I don't have a Bajuka Bog. I am running Magic Online using Wine. Working very well. You know, as well as Magic Online can work. Keep. Has sideboard card. Keep. Might be one of those hands where turn one Relic on the draw is too slow. It's good for us. They need to go like land, Cathartic Reunion, or have a way to kill this. Okay, so I get to flip 5 power. They don't have a land. Well, that's... Pop this one off here real quick. Welcome to Modern, the sideboarding. If they have Dredger, Cathartic Reunion, they could still be in this game. Okay, okay, we're gonna play Game of Magic. We're gonna play Game of Magic. Narcomoeba Amalgam, that's a good hit for them. Okay. They don't have any Dredgers in their bin, though, so that's good for us. Oath of Nissa. Oath of Nissa. Oath of Nissa getting Nissa Vastwood Seer feels like a flavor win, chat. Feels like a flavor win. They have another Cathartic Reunion? Looks like it. Loam, sure. That makes sense. What's wrong? What's wrong, buddy? They are definitely better at Dredge than I am, that is correct. Hard and fast agree. Alright, so this makes how much? Makes 5. Alright. Well, let's just do this and go get a Scavenging Ooze. Just go ham. Prized Amalgam. Grab Conflagrate. Grab Life from the Loam. Play its other forest out. Plus my Nissa. Pass the turn. Need a diaper? Yep. Alright. So we finished 2 and 3. I'm gonna change a diaper and then we'll be back to give feedback on this. I think we have time for one more league today. All right.
Pressy.
All right, so Green Devotion. We went 2-2, so we went 2-3 in the league, but we conceded a match to Lantern Control that we may or may not have been able to win for Life EV, just because, like, playing against Lantern Control is miserable, so we often don't do it on this stream. So we went 2-2 in the matches we played. This is like a stereotypical random tier 3 modern deck, right? It's got Blood Moon in the sideboard to steal free wins. It's got random explosive draws where you go like Arbor Elf into Utopia Sprawl, into Burning-Tree, into Nykthos, and like our explosive draws require like 7 or 8 moving parts. Pluses about the deck are that I like the amount of consistency that Oath of Nissa and Summoner's Pact give to the deck. Like, we've been playing Oath of Nissa a lot in the Kiki Chord and the Saheeli Evolution decks, and I think this card really gives these green decks a lot of consistency. This is a very powerful card in Modern. Summoner's Pact is a Chord of Calling or Eldritch Evolution type card in a deck like this. The problem with a deck like this is that a lot of the cards you're playing are individually kind of weak and embarrassing. So, like, if I look at this column of cards here, right, like these 15 cards, like, Burning-Tree Emissary, this is like literally Grizzly Bear when we don't have a nut draw going on, right? If we don't have a nut draw, we literally have Grizzly Bear in our deck. When we aren't going off with all sorts of crazy stuff, we've got, these are basically lands, so we're playing 32 lands in our deck. Often, Oath of Nissa is another land, so like, you know, we're playing with over half mana, which means when you're playing against decks that have a lot of disruption in them, like Death Shadow or Jeskai Control, decks like this are going to feel like they're not very threat dense because they're not. And unlike decks like Kiki Chord, we can't like board out a bunch of our mana things because like then the rest of our deck just becomes much slower and weaker. So I don't know that I'm a huge fan of this deck, but we also like, we only played 4 real matches with it, right? So like I definitely don't have a great a perfectly informed opinion on what's good, bad, or otherwise. I also, the thing that sets off the big bells to me, I guess, is your best nut draw with this deck usually doesn't happen until turn 3, which is pretty slow in Modern, right? Like, if you're playing a fringe deck with a busted nut draw, you usually want to kill them on turn 2. Just, you could Goldfish at turn 2, you're probably going to be okay. All right, what do we want to do? What's in the donation queue? And as always, remember, Magic the Gathering is about having fun. So if you enjoy playing this deck, it's doing some powerful things. It's got neat lines to it. So if you like the deck, show up and play it, right? Like, the decks that are best in Modern aren't that much better than things like this. So you should find a deck that you enjoy playing and play that. Anyone who tells you otherwise just, like, is kind of foolish.